You are wrong. This is what we all hear by the people that are not in crypto, that say crypto is useless, Bitcoin has no value, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's a pyramid scheme. But really, have these people researched Bitcoin as much as us? Do they really have as fundamental of an opinion, as differentiated of an opinion compared to us? Let's have a little laugh together. Let's watch the doubters. And let's remind ourselves that in order to get outperformance, you have to be in an asset where the majority doesn't yet agree that it's a good asset, right? Outperformance comes from new people getting in. And if everybody already agrees that Bitcoin is a great thing, where do the new buyers come from? That's then when the asset is already well established. But let's have a quick look at this first. It's definitely worth 2 minutes of our time.
There's no intrinsic value to this asset. And now it's starting to be priced appropriately. So it has a, what's Bitcoin at? 16,000? It has another 17,000 to go down.
Now, if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it, because what would I do with it?
As far as Bitcoin's future, I don't think it really has one, other than to be remembered alongside of Tulip Mania or Charles Ponzi or...
The Bitcoin bros they're just dying like on the vine.
They're like the dinosaurs. We're going to look back.
But the people trying to sell you Bitcoin aren't your friends. No matter what you tell yourself, you're just gambling.
Is what happens when all of a sudden a bunch of bad news comes out, like FTX collapsing, and you find out that a lot of this stuff that you thought you understood is completely a sham.
I think that 11K and pray is the right way to look at this. Hope that Bitcoin hits 11K and it's just happy to stop there.
How do you know it's going to stop at 21 million?
Because
I've mentioned this to people
Satoshi.
Too. Everyone says that. Well, maybe it's going to get to 21 million, and then Satoshi's picture is going to come up and laugh at you all.
Bitcoin's no longer going to be #1 in CoinMarketCap, and it's no longer going to be the #1 in security.
It isn't a decentralized currency. It's a decentralized Ponzi scheme.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
Bitcoin gives anyone actual property rights that they can defend themselves with math to a very reasonable degree. And that to me is pretty much a revolution.
We have better money. We humans, 8 billion of us, have better money. We have real money for the first time. Everything else has been a pretty poor approximation of real money.
It combines gold's salability across time with fiat salability across space in one immutable package that nobody can change and nobody can control.
Bitcoin is not crypto. The Ponzi schemes, joke coins, and unregistered securities that virtually all cryptos are.
So yeah, there's definitely a difference between Bitcoin and the rest of crypto. I'd even include Ethereum to the altcoin market, especially after the switch to proof of stake, where it became more centralized, where it's now more dependent on AWS. The burning mechanism doesn't help that much with regulation for ETH as well. But this is not an ETH video. This is a video about Ethereum over the very long term. It's got regulatory clarity. It's got very solid long-term holders. We now even have crossed the threshold of 1 million wallets that hold at least 1 Bitcoin. So here, in case you haven't seen that chart yet, that's the orange line, the number of wallets that hold at least 1 Bitcoin. It's now above 1 million. And this is a very constantly increasing line. So adoption is growing. Long-term holders aren't selling until we see new all-time highs. And whenever there is a bear market, you can wait it out for Bitcoin. You can't necessarily say this for your altcoin. Most altcoins underperform, especially when there's no hype phase. So it rather makes sense to make money with falling prices, to bet on falling prices for altcoins, for the relative valuation of altcoins relative to Bitcoin. Now, making money with falling prices is actually easier than making money from rising prices. And that's because of the return distribution in crypto. Very few altcoins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. The vast majority has very poor tokenomics. It has expanding token supply. It doesn't have enough people jumping onto the project. It has a lot of potential competition, and that makes most altcoins underperform. So it is easier to bet on falling prices of the poorest altcoins than it is to find the needle in the haystack, to find the one altcoin that might do better than Bitcoin. If you just select a random altcoin out of the top 100, chances are that you're going to do worse than Bitcoin. The chances are probably above 80%. So it's easier to generate alpha on top of just holding Bitcoin by betting on falling prices of poor performers. And the first time where I did this very publicly on the YouTube channel was with the PancakeSwap token. So this is the chart, Cake relative to BNB. It really crashed. And we totally anticipated this crash more than 50% because of the unlock of the staking program of Cake. Now you don't have to trust me, simply just look at the history in Premium here with the keyword Cake. We talked about this all the time, starting even from the 3rd of January 2023. So this was over here. And so this is how I handle my videos. I never delete any Premium video. I never delete any YouTube video. You can track back what I've said in the past and simply look at how this ages. And I'm for sure not right all the time, but since statistics are in our favor when we bet on falling prices, I am more often right than wrong when it comes to shorting altcoins. Now here's another example. This is Filecoin. This is falling relative to Bitcoin. It's still an open position. Then we've got Optimism. I have talked about this Optimism short already on YouTube and I still keep that open. I don't think that as to date, which is the 5th of June 2023, that the team and the early backers have already sold. Most of the price depreciation we see so far is probably from short speculative money such as us. There's also other very profit-making positions. This one, for example, I'm not going to disclose this openly now. This is part of Premium. Here's another one that we expect to very soon go further down. Again, part of Premium. And so that's why the relatively high price of $75 per month is worth it. There is real alpha, real outperformance in the Premium membership. If you've got $5,000 that you're willing to dedicate to crypto investments, then I'm very sure that the money that you spend on Premium will more than make up for it. The crypto market is simply that inefficient. It's way easier to beat crypto than it is, for example, the stock market, where there's now so many professional investors already in it. But I do understand how spending $75 on a monthly subscription might feel somewhat daunting at the beginning. But I did see how most people simply stay subscribed for the long term because of all of those opportunities. And so here comes the deal. If you are unhappy with the content that comes with Premium, if you are dissatisfied, then I will refund you 100% if you message me in the first week. So you sign up, you watch all the videos, you download all the content you want, you check out the Telegram channels, etc. And if after 1 week you don't feel like you get adequate value out of this, then message me in Telegram or email me and you get all your money back. I will simply just refund you within Stripe. I'm that certain that it's really worth it. So there's really no downside for you. There's only upside for trying it out. I really wouldn't know a reason why you wouldn't just give it a shot. So looking forward to see you on Premium. Looking forward to see you in the Premium chats, in the Premium Telegrams. We discuss various opportunities over here. And of course, thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.